Hello, beautiful. In my last video, I talked about getting away from that scarcity mindset of thinking that there is a limited supply. So I thought, let me give you a little bit more context or knowledge on why we have this mindset in the first place. Because this is hindering you from being the person you need to be to navigate life so you can enjoy it, right? It is time out for walking around like you have no power, right? When you carry it with you every single day. I was told when you know better, you do better. How many of you agree with me? I'll put up 2 hands, okay? But just wanting to do better is a good first step, but it is not enough. So I wanted to give you some information so that you can gain some knowledge and understanding, so you get the tools needed to live a limitless life, and that's whatever that looks like for you. Not anybody else, but you. So what is a scarcity mindset? We pick up a lot of things in our life, good and bad, and it all begins with our caretakers. Now, they did the best with what they've been taught and what's been passed down to them. And then the cycle continues if nothing is done about it. We're influenced by society and things we experience in our lives. And I have a lot of relationship experience that I could write a couple of books about. And I might just do that. Okay. And then we have our personal beliefs. So let me break this down for you. Number 1, experiences you may have had as a child. Our childhood is where our beliefs and attitudes are shaped. For an example, if in your childhood there were always limited resources, maybe there wasn't enough to go around as far as money, there wasn't any emotional support from your caretakers, there wasn't enough love shown, or maybe your loved one wasn't around enough to interact with you on an emotional basis. You were told numerous times to go somewhere and sit down. Maybe even opportunities seemed scarce. Maybe you didn't see anyone in your family get ahead in life. And maybe you didn't see good relationships with your parents. You didn't see your parents kissing and holding hands, being pleasant to one another. Most of the time, there wasn't nothing but negativity with a little bit of goodness sprinkled throughout your younger years. When there are limitations in any aspect of life, there are beliefs that are created from events, circumstances, and things that happen as a child. Number 2, the beliefs and attitudes of your family. Whatever beliefs around money and success and abundance can influence your mindset. This is who you were around most of the time. What you see, what you hear is continually seen and heard, and it has become habitual in your experience. They have practiced lack of fear of not having enough, and this could lead to a scarcity mindset. Number 3, social and cultural influences. Culturally, we are influenced when it comes to, of course, our beliefs, our behaviors and practices, as well as how we perceive the world around us and how we interact with it. If you were taught to be competitive, that's a part of your belief system. How do you look at success and scarcity? That's a part of your belief system. These things you start to examine within yourself, and that's if you want to change some of these things that don't serve you any longer. Are there any customs or traditions that influence your actions and decisions that no longer serve you? Right? So number 4, things you deal with on a personal level. Whenever you have negative experiences like your finances never seeming to mount up, maybe you continue to struggle when it comes to relationships, this can reinforce a belief in scarcity. If you are someone who has faced difficulty in the past, this can cause fear to rule and keep you stuck in this cycle of hardship in the future, right? So number 5, comparing yourself to others. We're looking at what others have in terms of social status, what their possessions are, and their achievements. We have this perception that because they have more, it's not enough for you or us to go around. It's not enough. We have this feeling of lack. You think greatness is limited to you. So, do you feel limited? We have some great things that we remember from our childhood. We don't have to think so much about changing anything concerning that, but there are some things in our past that continue to haunt us, continue to hold us back from being the best versions of ourselves. Do you feel limited in any way? Number 6 is self-worth, or the lack thereof. If you have a scarcity mindset, you may struggle with feeling like you can't do something or deal with life situations. You feel like you don't deserve to be successful or have what you truly desire in your life. Lack of self-worth. Individuals with a scarcity mindset may struggle with feelings of inadequacy or low self-worth. They may believe they are not deserving of abundance or success, reinforcing the idea that there is limited goodness available to them. You may walk around thinking that the future will not get any better than right now. And let me tell you, that is not true. And if you feel like accepting yourself as worthy is arrogant, we got some work to do, honey. And then we have number 7, which is traumatic things. These can be personal, financial, or relational things that can feel like carrying luggage on your back. If you're feeling like a high sense of fear and possibility of being harmed, easily influenced, or attacked physically or emotionally, you cannot ignore this, because it will be very difficult to trust what's awaiting you. You won't be able to see the opportunities around you. You won't be able to trust in the available abundance, right? Listen, it all comes down to first being aware of these influences and then working to change your mindset. This is very important. This includes spending time with yourself in meditation, paying close attention to when and how often you have negative thoughts, and working on being grateful for where you are at this very moment. It doesn't mean you're going to stay there, ladies, but every day finding something to be grateful about. Then what's your plan? You must have goals. If you don't know what you want, how can you get there? Now, please seek support if you feel like you need it. There is nothing wrong with seeing a therapist or a coach. Make sure you know the difference depending on your personal needs, okay? Ladies, this is a journey, not a destination. So don't be so hard on yourself. Because beliefs have been deeply ingrained in us. It's going to take some time to develop a more positive and empowering perspective. There will always be places in our lives that need attention. So there is no such thing as arriving at anything. So let's grow, and enjoy the journey to being a better you. It's already been given to you. You just have to discover it. So there you go. There you go, beautiful. Your voices matter, and this space is all about empowering and uplifting each other. Whether it's your experiences, insights, or words of encouragement, share them in the comments below. Let's create a supportive community where we learn, grow, and celebrate together. Your unique perspective could be exactly what someone needs to hear today. So let's inspire each other together. And like I always say, you got to love you first. All right? I love you guys. Bye-bye.